Okay. Let's start over. Let's start over. On April 2nd, April 2nd, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to have Corona Happy Hour. That's right. Get you a Corona beer. Tune in to us on YouTube. We will be live. I'll have my Corona, and we can all just sit around and talk about it. Let's just sit around and talk about it. Now, uh, wha- what what I wanted to say is, and what I was saying was, this is usually what we're doing this time of the year. We're seeking this time of the year. We go around and we seek uh, motorcycle safety and awareness proclamations from cities all across Texas, and at but at this point, the coronavirus has consumed our lives. Has consumed our lives, and so I want to say to the driving public right now, be on the look for motorcycles. Watch for us. Know that we're on the road. Take a look in your rearview mirror. Take a look at your side mirrors. Make sure there's not a motorcycle around you. Just be aware. Be aware. That's what this sign says. And this is the old one from last year. Oh, yeah. See that? It's a great program. We're not able to do it this time around. Maybe we will here in a month or so. I hope so. But generally, this is done by in combination with Text Dot and motorcycle clubs all across the state. It's an absolutely incredible program. And so, what I was also saying, and I'll trim that out later on, that no sound. What I was also saying, I was talking about the motorcycles that were on the road today. Now, generally, most people, I didn't see any packs any larger than, most of them were less than 10 riders that were out on the highway. And so just know that, and I want to ask law enforcement, whether you're a police department, sheriff department, whatever, police officer, uh, know that if you've been cooped up for a month and a half, like I have since my cancer surgery, that riding a motorcycle is therapy. It's therapeutic. You get out. We don't have to touch each other. We don't have to hug each other. We don't have to stand close to each other. Just to get out and ride and do something other than sit in the house or work around the house or whatever. Now, if you're lucky enough that your work is still allowing you to come in and do your job, that's one thing. It's another thing if you're having to sit at the house all day. And so let's take great care in what it is we're doing out there. And we just want you to know that getting out there, getting on our bikes is uh, really not anything bad. And nobody's looking to do anything bad, and nobody's looking to spread any disease. And so, that's what I'm talking about. And let me see. We've got a trial coming up on March 31st. That's Tuesday. And it's Texas versus Patrick. Texas versus Patrick in Milam County, Texas. Now, you guys that are from Texas, uh, if you would, we wrote an article about that in TexasBikerRadio.org. It's in the news and comment sections, and it says the title of it is Milam County. Are you ready for a new trial? Because this is a brand new trial. The first one ended up in a mistrial, which it shouldn't have. Sooner or later, that judge down there's got to make he's got to make a decision, and so and get it in front of a jury, and the jury's got to know the truth, and that's what this article is about. Because Patrick was riding legal per the law, and go read that article, TexasBikerRadio.org. We encourage you to read it. We encourage you people across the nation to read it. And you guys in Texas, make sure you pass that on to anyone that lives in or near Milam County. Because the jurors have to know the truth. Have to know the truth. And they can make a difference when we have a court system that's gone out of their minds and do nothing but find you guilty the minute you walk in the door. So everything is stacked against you when you go to court here in Texas. They would rather see you plead. So give us a hand there. Make sure this goes out there to everybody. Everybody. And so, let me see, before I get out here, let me see, COVID-19. There is so much misinformation out there, whether it's on the internet, whether it's the news media. You know, if Donald Trump says it's white, they're going to say it's black. We have people out there that's actually cheerleading for either the virus to kill a bunch of Americans or for the economy to collapse. They're absolutely cheerleading for it. And I don't have to tell you which side that is. I don't have to tell you. Common sense tells you what's going on. And when they pass a bill that's designed to give Americans a hand, they don't need to add a bunch of pork to it. I don't care on what side they're on. We should have standalone bills that comes before the president. And there shouldn't be either side, and I'm not blaming one over the other because I've been on both of them. I'm telling you, they need to cut out the bullshit. That's our tax dollars, and they need to treat it like it's our tax dollars instead of theirs. That's what we need to happen. And we need to make sure that those bastards know that if we require another stimulus package, if it's required, we don't need any more of the BS. We don't need any more of the wasteful spending. It's already bad enough that we're having to do this in the first place because of a country that didn't tell anybody that it was going on. What was going on? They had a virus and it was dangerous as hell. Now, I would like to say one thing, what I noticed today when I was out, and I don't get out much because I'm telling you, if I get the virus, I'm toast. I got all kinds of health conditions, plus a lowered immune system because my latest fight was cancer. This is the fourth freaking time. The fourth time. And I don't plan to give up yet. And I don't plan to give up to this virus. And I'm telling everybody what I see out there. Everybody's confused. And I'm sorry because I still have problems talking. Everybody's confused by so much misinformation. You know, it'll last so long on this surface. It'll last so long on that surface. Oh, you can't get it unless somebody sneezes on you. You can't get it unless somebody breathes on you. I mean, it goes out into the air. It's airborne. Well, what the hell? But what I noticed today is that I went into a store early, and there's people in there. They're running around getting their groceries, doing whatever. And this happens too when you go to buy gas. Those little buttons, pretend this is a credit card machine, little buttons. Yeah. Everybody going up there pressing those buttons. Yeah. What if somebody sneezed on it, coughed on it, whatever? I see nobody taking the necessary precautions, and this stuff, from what we're told, spreads easily and can last for hours and days on certain surfaces. Keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. Now, we have sections of Texas here that they're not affected by it at all, at least not yet. But if we don't do what's required of us, it'll go everywhere. Now, everybody says this is a lot of BS and everything else. I don't know. If you happen to get this stuff, you're not going to think BS. You're not going to think it. And we got everybody, I mean, this is the strangest martial law I've ever seen. For you guys that are out there saying that, people are running around everywhere. I see them going up and down the highways. I see them going up and down the streets here. The only place they're not is in the restaurants. That's the truth of it. Nobody is holding you in your home. Nobody is keeping you from doing anything. You can still go get your Big Mac. Now, there are certain restaurants that choose to close down. Maybe they just can't make money with takeout. Maybe it's not worth paying the employees. Just to understand what this is all about. We got to suffer a little bit to get past this shit. And hopefully, and I got faith in our scientific community. And God bless the doctors and the nurses and everybody out there that's trying to help and putting themselves in harm's way. And we're just being asked to avoid it. That's it. And I'm trying everything I can do to do just that. But when I see a bunch of BS going on out there, like a video I got a while ago, it showed us a hospital in Brooklyn. He said nobody was there for the testing. He said, this is where the line is supposed to be for the testing. Well, by God, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of my cocoon, and I'm going to go find out what's going on this week. And we'll talk about it Thursday night at our Corona happy hour. Oh, yeah. We'll go out there and do a little bit of investigation, find out what's going on for ourselves. We already know we can go from one county to the other. I can get on my motorcycle and drive to Houston right now. Nobody's going to say nothing to me. Now, if that's martial law, it's the strangest thing I've ever seen. Now, I do agree if the people in New York, they're up there living on top of each other, and Dallas for that matter, they're wanting to get the hell out of Dodge. Those that can afford to do it. I don't know that they should be doing that. And of course, there's always that lunatic out there that's going to go out there and try and pass it on to everybody else. It's like the video we saw of the kid in the train over in Europe was licking his hand, and then he would spread it on the poles inside the rail car, inside the car. Whether that was real or not, or just made up, I hope it landed his ass in jail. I really do. But we have, we have first responders getting this stuff. Well, we'll talk about it Thursday night. We'll go out and do a little bit more investigation. Like I said, I'll get out of my cocoon and we'll go see what's going on. For real. For real. With that, everybody, make sure you join us. Happy hour, pass the word. Thursday night, April 2nd, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. OG will be here. And of course, he's a former CEO for Honeywell. He speaks so eloquently. and I can barely get my L's out. With that, everybody, have a great evening. Now I've got to go trim that blank spot off the video, and it'll probably take 30 minutes for that to happen. We love everybody out there. Know that we're working for you. We are defenders of the Constitution and those who've had their constitutional rights violated. That's if you're not being stupid. With that, everybody, have a great day. Ride safe.